What is up, y'all? GoofyRhexxi here, and hope everybody is doing well. Now, in today's video, guys, I'm going to be talking about something maybe a little controversial here, but I am personally not buying multiple man, and I have a few reasons here as to the reason why I'm not. Now, I do have a guest here with me who did personally purchase or get multiple man and has been using them, so I'm going to be kind of cycling through here, just his thoughts, and I'll go through my thoughts as to why I don't personally feel like maybe multiple man is really worth, the purchase. And maybe this might help, some of the players here who are considering, buying him or not buying him. Hopefully kind of what I'll go through today might be able to help you out a little bit here. But I have a guest here, right? Brother, what's going on? Valley, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you, my friend?
Doing pretty good, man. Can't complain. Happy that to have you back on the channel here. It's
happy to be here. You've been super busy.
I've been very busy. As you know. If you, I think some of the viewers know. Of course, had a baby, week and a half old now. She's keeping mommy up. The other two kids are the ones that are keeping me up right now. That's pretty much what's what.
Well, I've congratulated you many different places. I haven't congratulated your channel yet, so congratulations to you, Goofy.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you, and I'm going to be taking some advice from you, man, because it looks as if though I might need it.
I don't know. You got two previous, so you know just as much as I do. So I don't know.
That's also fairly true.
You're more experienced than I am.
Yeah.
In some ways. All right. Multiple man. Why are you not purchasing him? What's wrong with multiple man?
So here's my thing, right? Multiple man. Right. I like the X Factor team, or like the Dad Bros specifically, and
the Dad Bros.
And I think ultimately this team is very much so about the Dad Bros, as opposed to it really being about the other characters. Now, I do think that there's a lot of really good value, that a character like Multiple Man and Polaris will provide for that team. But there's a few different reasons why I just feel like maybe I don't need to grab them.
I agree with everything so far. So do you want me to tell you what I like about him, or you want to talk about why you didn't buy him, and then I'll react.
I'll talk about why I didn't buy him. So the first thing for me is this big thing, right? He is he's an event campaign. He's an event campaign character, and based on where I'm at in the game right now, for me, I find that a 4-star character, I also pull 4 reds on him. If you guys probably can't see, but
it's better than me.
I pull 4 reds on him here. So you guys, I
still not showing, but I believe you. I believe you.
So I'm ultimately gonna be fine. I think being able to get those 4 yellow stars on them through the event campaign. I'm going to be using those campaign energy refreshes to get him to that yellow stars, and I might be able to get close, about 80 shards away from being able to get him to 5 stars. So that's kind of the first reason why I'm not buying him. Now, for me, the second reason why I'm not buying him, I've seen you play with him. I've seen Mobile do it. I'm just not convinced about the kit and him really kind of being worth my money at this point. So go ahead. You convince me otherwise.
Both fair points. Both fair points. Well, I don't know how I'm going to convince you about that campaign event, because that's very, very true. Just by not spending any money, you can save $50, get the 4-star unlock. I don't know if you need a 5 on this character. Yeah. He is a kit-based character, which means that you don't need a ton of gold stars. You don't need a ton of red stars to make him viable. I'm using it at 3 and 3 with 3 yellow, 3 red, and still manages to help those Dad Bros with some big punch-ups again, or one. I've done 1 war, so 1 big punch-up against the Marauders in war, and he helped that team. He's very specific. Okay. And he has a very specific role. His role is to protect the Dad Bros, to let them do their damage, to let them kill all the enemies. And I think he does that very well, but he is a very niche character, and he's a very specific role. So this is not a character that you're going to use in multiple game modes. You're not going to use him with multiple teams. You're not going to use him on defense, because he's going to be a liability on defense in war and, frankly, any defensive spot, because of characters like the Symbiotes or the Axeman, White Tiger, X-23. They're gonna murder multiple man and get a lot of turn meter. Even Black Panther back in the day, because he would kill those dupes very easily. With that said, he keeps the Dad Bros alive, and that's his role. He does that very, very well. And because his value is based on his kit and all his dupes, he's getting the healing the more dupes get killed. and he's getting barrier from Shatterstar's passive as well. So he has that survivability even at the low star levels because of the healing and barrier that he's getting. Okay. And he's not there for the damage. You're not doing anything else but summoning dupes and keeping your dad bros alive. And if that is what you want from a character, he's going to do that very well, and you'll be very happy. If you're expecting something else, like a character that's like I said, going to be viable in multiple game modes, you're going to use him in raids, and he's not the character for you. So if that's what you want from this character, then you are very wise in not buying it. But if you just want someone that's going to protect your dad bros, this is a character I think you should invest in. Okay, so basically what you're saying is that the viability really is only as a war offense character, right? And just so far, and blitz, but I don't think you need too much help winning blitz.
and see that might be a little bit of my drawback to it too. Is okay? The dad bros by themselves are great. I know that it helps them to keep them alive, but I don't know. I've been using the dad bros. They're pretty fast and they're pretty good by themselves with that barrier and that speed up, you know? Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not saying that he's not a good character. He's not helpful on the team. I don't know. I might be a little bit premature on him too, right? Because Polaris is not in the game. Polaris will make him a little bit better too, right? So am I being a little premature in my assessment on him not being good?
It's possible because none of us have Polaris right now. Right. So there's no firsthand knowledge of the synergy with multiple mana Polaris. And maybe he gets even better and makes them, I don't know, they're already countering the Marauders and countering the best war defense team right now with multiple mana. Polaris is going to make them counter even more.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't know. Are they going to get, that was kind of the argument against Beast. At the time when he came out, X-Men were the best team in the game.
Right.
And what is he going to do? Make them a little better than the best team in the game? So that's kind of the thing with the multiple man. The dad bros are very good at war offense. He serves a very specific niche. He does that niche very well though. And if that's what you're expecting from him, you're going to be happy. Yeah. But all your points are valid. You may not need another war offense team, especially with Shadowlands, especially with the reworked to skill military coming out. We just got the Axemen who are supposed to be a raid team, but they're very good on war offense as well and defense, frankly. So, do you need another war offense team? If you do, and maybe want to use some other characters like Zemo and other teams and not pair them with dad bros, he'll help with that, and maybe with Polaris helping even more, but. I think if you have the right expectations for this character and want the right things out of this character, you'll be happy.
Yeah. Another thing I was thinking too. So on the red star aspect. So you're saying that you don't think that he needs high red stars to be effective. Now, I guess maybe I made a different assessment on this, right? Because we were talking offline about this. You know, like for me personally, I feel like he does need those red stars because you're going to want him to probably do some of those bigger punch-ups against teams like the Black Order team. You know, I know Marauders right now, the Dad Bros and a few other combos, but that's not with the X Factor team. That's primarily with Dad Bros using Zemo, using some other characters, right? But, you know, as solely the X Factor team, you know, have you tried, you know, multiple man and the Dad Bros against, you know, like a BO team, a Black Order team?
I've only had him for one war, so I've only had one battle with him against the Marauders, and it was like 100. It was a little over 100K punch up from what I remember. So he did very well, and he survived. You know, if you could keep him surviving long enough to get that ultimate off, to get the offense up, the double offense up, if you have that T4 in there, and the counters for the Dad Bros, game over. Yeah, because when they're countering, they're getting speed, they're getting barrier. If they're critting all those counters and you're getting multiple counters, it should be game over at that point if he gets his ultimate off. So you just need him surviving long enough for that ultimate to get off. After that, he could die. I keep forgetting that. I keep wanting to say clones. His dupes could die, and mirror images, clones, dupes. I get confused, but when his dupes die, he's getting more health. Okay. So it's helping him to survive. So I haven't had him die. I mean, I've run a couple blitz battles with him, and quite frankly, the enemies in blitz are dead before he even gets his ultimate off. That's how strong the Dad Bros are. So yeah. The Dad Bros are good. He makes them a little better.
Yeah, well, I was actually looking at the ultimate here, and I know the passive is important because of the 5% in the health whenever those dupes die, him kind of, getting that increase. So I think he also gives him a little bit of additional speed or something like that too, right? With the passive ability, or am I mistaken that? Resistance is what
they start with a higher speed bar when you put that T4 in there.
Okay. So I understand that. Now the ultimate, this is a long cooldown. This is where it takes a long.
You're going to use it once per battle. The T4 in the ultimate will give you, instead of 1 turn of offense up and counter, it's going to give you 2 turns of offense up and counter.
Okay. So 2.
And when that's on the dad bros, very, very scary for your opponent.
How long, I guess, in from a perspective of war now, I'm thinking, okay, well, if he's going to get that on turn 3, right? Or is it turn 2 that he gets that? Second turn.
Second turn. He's slow though. He's slow though. So dad bros are probably taking a few turns before he even
goes.
takes one.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, listen, maybe I'm a little bit premature on my assessment here, of multiple man. He is going to be, fairly easy, to actually, grab right the super sleuth tag. As we've seen already in the game, there's a lot of different, characters that you have available to get them. Mainly the dad bros also are a part of that group of characters that you're going to be able to use.
If you got that group, you want to go hard on him, especially if you're thinking of using multiple different teams for war offense. But you're definitely right in your assessment. You might not need to purchase them at all, because if you could get at 4 gold star multiple man, that should be enough for the dad bros, even with some crazy punch ups. And this was like a 600k Marauders team that I was facing with a 3-star multiple man. And he did his job. So
okay. Yeah. And you only have him at gear tier 12 right now, 65. And I think you like gear tier 12.
I think he's at 12.
Okay,
right
so
65 gear 12, and around 56k power. And still his dupes are making a difference in that battle. So
right,
very niche. It's not for everybody.
Okay.
And some players are going to unlock him for free anyway. Yeah. So I think he has value. Whether you choose to buy his offer or not is very dependent on how you view this game and what is important to you in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. So for some earlier players, I mean, if you have the opportunity to get him, it seems like, you might as well try to get the character right if you're through the event. May not necessarily need him yet, for
you may not need him past that 4-star level.
Yeah, right. And you may not even need him early game. He does have a city tag, so he can be viable for your Hero Chapter 7 campaign, so maybe you could use him there, but
possibly
there's probably other options available, that maybe you kind of want to explore.
There's a lot of good mutants out there. You probably want to save your mutant gear for other characters.
Yeah, for sure. But listen, I appreciate, I had a thought, I wanted to kind of go through the thought with you, and maybe, like I said, maybe I'm going a little cray and maybe I'm being a little premature. The jury's still out.
No, you're 100% right in your reasons of not buying him, but there are some reasons to also buy him.
For sure. But appreciate you being on the channel, brother. Well, we did a video today too as well, right? We did a news video today.
We did a big video, the news video.
So it was a lot of fun. I appreciate, you being on the channel here, and like I said, working through those thoughts with me. What are your guys' thoughts? Are you going to be buying multiple man? What do you think? Maybe you might not need to get him yet. Maybe he might not be really relevant for you in the roster, especially if you don't have the dad bros already. Not necessarily be a viable option for you, but
that's the thing. If you're a new player, don't have the dad bros, you're probably not going to have a lot of value for multiple.
Yeah, for sure. But listen, appreciate you, brother. Any final thoughts?
Check out my channel. We had an awesome video. We had an awesome conversation.
Absolutely.
Earlier.
Appreciate you being here, brother. Let's give him a salute. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe.